trying out the brand new GHD wave, which is GHD's professional triple barrel waver. Let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel, or hello and welcome if you are brand new here. My name is Chloe Swift. I'm a professional hairstylist and hair care expert. I bring you videos like this every single week where I'm either testing brand new products on the market, showing you new hair tutorials and hair looks and giving you hair tips and tricks and advice. Really interesting one is I used to be a global educator for GHD. I used to work for them. I knew that this was kind of in talks, and oh my god, it's so heavy. I was not expecting that. It is so heavy, guys. This triple wave barrel was in talks with GHD whilst I was still there and working with them. So this is definitely like 3 years ago. It was first on the cards and GHD were saying they really wanted to bring one out. I wasn't sure because I just thought at the time they've been around for a bit now, and this was 3 years ago I thought this, so at this point they'd already been around for like 3 years I think at that point. For GHD to do one, it obviously had to be amazing. It had to be way better than any other kind of waver on the market, triple barrel waver. I'm really intrigued to try this, and I left working for GHD obviously before this has come out, so I have not tested it, I've not tried it, I've not used it at all. I am super intrigued, but actually what I'm probably more intrigued to try is the brand new Curls Gone Wild texture spray. So again, about 3 years ago, this was on the cards to kind of be created and to be made, and this I was really excited about. For those of you who watch my videos anyway, you'll know that I do enjoy a texturizing spray. Texturizing spray gives your hair a little bit more like oomph and grit and fullness and thickness in a way. What I really love about this one, and as with pretty much most of the GHD products, they all contain heat protection, which is obviously key because all of their products are heated tools. It says you can actually apply this and spray it onto the hair before you curl or wave, so that's what we're going to do, and then you still use it as like a finishing product afterwards to add that texture and fullness to the hair. So yeah, I am really excited to try that one. Before we get cracking, people ask me these questions. They ask me really specific product questions like how much does it weigh? And I've just stood on my scales holding this, and then without holding it, there's a 0.8 kilograms difference. So basically this weighs about 800 grams, which is quite crazy. Honestly, if you whack someone around the head with this, you would knock them unconscious. Like it feels like it's like cast iron. I mean, look at it compared to my head. It's a big bit of kit. Okay, let's turn it on. It has the same round button design as pretty much all the tools. I wonder what the heat up time for this is. I want to say it would be quite long because it's quite a lot of surface area to heat up. It's not on their website for this, but I will tell you a few other key facts about it. The cord is 2.7 meters long. That is the one great thing with all of GHD products. Their cord is really nice and long, and that's just amazing, especially in a salon environment for professionals when you're not super near a plug. Automatic sleep mode, so if you haven't been using it for 60 minutes, it will go into sleep mode, which is quite a long time. Built-in safety stands. This part here allows you just to stand it on the side without burning anything. It doesn't come with a heat mat or any, it literally just comes this on its own. So if I were you, just if you've got a heat mat, put that down as well anyway. Cool tip, so you can touch that little cool end, same as their tongs and their wands. These are 3 evenly spaced, they're almost like evenly spaced curling irons, and each of them are 32 millimeters wide, and that is the exact same width as the GHD soft curl tong. I mean, I love the GHD soft curl tong. So many people love the GHD soft curl tong. It's the chunkier out of their curling irons, the curling tongs, and it creates that lovely loose look. So this is almost 3 of them all together, so you can understand why it's so large. A waver like this is just designed to be super easy to use. You just kind of hold it and clamp down. There's no wrapping, there's no anything like that, and it is literally just designed for like the perfect soft beachy waves. The temperature we're working at, as with pretty much most of the GHD products, it's just an on-off button. There's no option to kind of go up or go down in temperature. The temperature we're working with is GHD's optimum temperature for styling dry hair, and that is 185 degrees Celsius, or in Fahrenheit that's 365 degrees. Enough talking, let's get into styling. So I'm going to take my first section, as I usually do, level with like the tops of the ears, and then just clip everything else neatly up in a little bun. I've prepped my hair already with just go-to products at the moment, so leaving conditioning spray, a smoothing blow dry cream, and then an oil, my go-to 3. But yeah, what I really just want to focus on in this video, just product wise, is the brand new texturizing spray. So let's see how it comes out. I think it'll be like an aerosol. It's like those kind of heat protection aerosol sprays that I show you guys, which are amazing for dry hair. because it's got heat protection in. So yeah, I'm just gonna mist it like that, and I'm gonna take all of this. Don't catch yourself and burn yourself on the face with this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then remove that. It is a lovely soft wave, I will say that. Also, by the way, those of you who watch my videos regularly, you'll know I have wavy hair. I didn't do a proper smooth blow dry, so it's still a bit kinky and a bit wavy, but yeah. Where you've got then that last wave is finished, you literally just want to go in again exactly where that's finished. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, I'm counting to 5 because when I did work at GHG, we used to say all the time, like, the perfect amount of time to hold any of the tools on your hair when you're working with 185 temperatures is 5 seconds to 8 seconds. Because it's just quite a loose, soft wave, I think 5 is just going to be perfect for my hair. If you do have very thick hair and quite coarse hair, then go obviously for longer and hold it on for more like 8 seconds. Personally, with a lot of those other kind of wavers, similar to this with like the barrels, the triple barrel, the double barrel, I'm personally not that keen on it because it doesn't look natural to me. And then I think it just looks a bit too like mermaidy or a bit too princessy. This is a bit tricky, so that's my right hand. I might swap hands actually, do the left hand. I feel like that's kind of more safe than using it that way and using it with my right hand. I think that's better, guys. Swap hands, use your left hand and hold it in your left to then style your right hand side. And don't forget, oh sugar, I've literally just burnt myself there. Right, okay, you have got to be so careful, guys. So hang on to that. Yeah, the back is still very hot. The whole thing is very hot, basically, apart from these cool tips. Don't hold it too close then at the root if it's near your skin. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it out. Okay, that hasn't worked as well. Maybe because I had to go over it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think because I had to re-go over that, it's kind of not really done much there. But I don't want to go over it a third time. Next section, I'm going to go above my eyebrows, which is like, it's like 2 inches above from that previous section. Misting on. Curls Gone Wild. Texture spray. Spraying the spray onto dry hair before putting the waver on, it's not necessarily going to give you more texture before then you use the tool. I'm just using it more for heat protection. Yeah, the main benefit with using the texture spray is kind of using it afterward. Because this has got heat protection in, that's why I'm using it. It's more for a heat protection factor. I'm not necessarily using it beforehand because it's giving me more texture. It's not gritty or super sticky or anything like that. It's actually really good marks for the texture spray at the moment. The wave wand in my other hand. Oh god, watch my ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to change it to 6, guys, because I feel like maybe 5 is a bit too short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've said it before, say it again, I am definitely a fan of these kind of more looser looks in the hair. I personally don't like to go for anything too tight, so that's been my only gripe, I think, with the other wave kind of waving barrels I've used before. It's too tight and it kind of looks like a crimp, whereas this definitely looks like a genuine beachy wave. So I'm just going to split that into 2 now, just because it's getting a bit wider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remove that, and then exactly where that wave is finished, you want to go in and do that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've just got a little end spare there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see it does give the hair a really lovely shine, like especially that piece, that looks really shiny. Depending on how long your hair is will then just depend, yeah, how many times you're moving it down. So I'm kind of doing 2 or 3 on each section. One of my favourite texturising sprays, which is the Living Proof one. This definitely doesn't feel as tacky and as gritty are the words I would describe. But I think, oh no. I hate it when that happens with product. You know, when the lid just like gives up. Like, oh, okay, it's not. But It is a very temperamental lid. That's a shame. It's probably just going to do that again. Oh, see, it's done it again. That will be my feedback. I will mention. That's a shame because I was enjoying using the actual product there. Oh, hang on, I've swapped back hands now. Now I'm in my right hand. Styles, like if you can actually style from the back or bring to the front. A lot of styles I just tell people to bring to the front because you can actually see what you're doing in the mirror. It's kind of more safe as well. This is one of those tools I think you're gonna have to bring it to the front. You're not gonna be able to do it like that and hold it at the back. Split it down the middle and just bring everything forward so you can actually see what you're doing in the mirror. But for heat protection, we're just gonna swap it out with one of my faves, the Maria Neela Shaping Heat Spray. And yeah, this provides a little bit of hold and mainly protects from heat. Ow. I just touched my head with the, like my actual scalp with this as well. Honestly guys, you do need to be careful when you're using this. This isn't for the faint-hearted. To doing these front bits guys and the top bits, and actually I should have done it here on that top bit because what I will say, I always find with these wave ones you almost don't want to start right at the root. I guess no one has a wave like literally starting there, and it kind of just gives it this unnatural little wave and bit of volume there. So what I would do is just start your top sections just a little bit lower actually, just to keep it looking more natural. So maybe start it like just above the eyebrow, that first one. And definitely be careful with like touching your face because these are obviously super close to the face. Please be careful on these ones. I mean, actually you can see there, even that is definitely still too high up on my hair, I think. I should have started that even still a little bit lower if you want it to look like nice and natural. I feel like that side, that's come out a lot more natural actually, hasn't it? Whereas, yeah, you can see that was way too high up and then that one's too high up also. But what I might do, I might just try and iron it out, use it like that and just like iron out that top kink a little bit. Oh yeah. There you go guys, little hack there. So you can just flip it upside down and then just use the heat just to like iron out any bits that have gone a little bit too kinky or too like liney. That is much better. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. Just reach around the back, check there's any areas that maybe you've missed. So I just had those few little strands there, so I'll just take those and do those. Okay, let's turn her off. And as usual, I am just gonna wait like 10 minutes just till my hair cools down and then we can dress it out. Dressing out for this, we don't need to do anything too drastic because they're super soft waves. I just wanna break it up and just break up like the sections, the kind of the gaps between each section that we've done, and maybe tame it down a bit. I find personally on my hair, when I do these waving styles, maybe I've gone a bit too like wide here. We'll just put some oil through, run it through and then see. But yeah, I don't think oh, it's working again. Okay, I'm not gonna do that too much because hopefully we can use the texturizing spray then to finally finish it. Okay, my hair is all cool now. What I'm going to do first of all is go in with the L'Oreal Professional Infinium Pure 6 hairspray. I just want to get rid of these little short baby hairs that stick up on my hair. So I'm just going to spray that directly on, then use my hand just to smooth down. And then I like to use the can as well. That's just a good tip, just to anyone else who gets those pesky little ones. They just like love to stick up, like so stubborn. Then oil, I'm going to go in with the Kerastars Glaze Drops. These are super lightweight and I'm enjoying using them lately. I already blow dried them in actually into my hair, but I love how it's a little pipette, so you can just choose like a really small amount just to pop into your hair. Run that through my hands and into my hands. Just go in first of all on the very ends where your hair is probably going to need it the most, because that's just where your hair is the most dry, and then I can probably do it a little bit more actually, because my hair just loves oil. It literally just soaks it all up. Just with the oil on my hands, I'm going to very gently, you don't want to run a comb or a brush through this hair now. Definitely I would just run my fingers through it, break the sections up and just make it look even more natural. God, I can tell a huge difference, but just between that side, just a little bit of dressing, and then that side. And again, that's just looking a bit rigid, and now that's just kind of like flowing so much better and just looking like natural beachy waves. Same on that side, and then that's definitely helped also just to tame down like that width I was getting there. I actually love it like this, to be honest. It feels super soft and smooth. I do need to try that texturizing spray and just see what it's like on dry hair as that finishing final touch. Okay, let's hope it works. So with texture sprays, I would just kind of, yeah, pick the hair up in sections, mist it on, mist it throughout. And let's just do this side first of all, just so we can then compare the difference between the two sides. Yeah, I've sprayed quite a lot on there, and it definitely is not as, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, not as gritty as like the Living Proof one I use, or a lot of the other ones I use. It is super lightweight, which is good because a lot of people don't like that kind of feeling of a texture spray in their hair. I mean, do we think it's done too much? I don't think it's done too much because it is super lightweight. There's a product that Sam McKnight does, and it's called the Cool Girl Spray. He also does a texturizing spray which has got a slightly more grittier texture to it, and it's more powerful and it's stronger. He does a much softer one called the Cool Girl Spray, and this reminds me of that. So if you, yeah, want a gentle texturizing spray, you don't want anything that's going to make your hair sticky or overloaded, then I would say you're going to really like this one. On me and my hair, I don't think you'll see much of a difference, to be honest. So I think that's the end of it for today. Okay, final thoughts and conclusion. I love this result. I think so many of you are going to love this result on your hair as well. As I say, the waves are just natural looking. It's not that crimped effect, which I am not a fan of. It's just soft, and the hair feels really nice and healthy and soft still afterwards, which isn't always the case when sometimes you can use these wave-in barrel ones because they're like a cheaper product, and I don't know if the heat obviously just doesn't work as safely and as effectively. Sometimes your hair can feel dry, but no, my hair feels super soft. You can see the shine also coming off, which also isn't the case with a lot of these waving ones. I feel like you lose the shine with your hair. We knew with using a GHD product you're gonna get that incredible shine and the hair is gonna feel amazing, and I guess that's what GHD's aim was with this product. They wanted just to create the best waver out there on the market. It's nothing, I guess, mind-blowing or revolutionary because it did already exist. You could probably safely say this out of all the wavers gives the best result. I would say if you're looking to purchase a wave wand, this is going to be the best one. I think we can confidently say that. But if you want my complete honest opinion, and this is just a personal opinion for me, will I use this tool that much? Probably not, to be honest with you. The main reason being, A, my hair is naturally wavy. I have type 2 wavy hair, and to be completely honest, it actually isn't that much different to this. So just for me and for anyone else who has hair similar to me and it's naturally wavy, there's probably not much point in me smooth blow dry my hair just to then use a waving tool like this to create very similar waves to my natural ones. And I'm sure a lot of you can maybe resonate with that or understand where I'm coming from with that. And also another point as to why I don't think I'd reach for this that much when I have worn my hair naturally wavy. You know, sometimes there's maybe just a few little random bits that haven't waved as much and maybe they're a bit straighter. I would just grab my straightening iron, and I'm sure there's a video here on YouTube that I've done anyway. There definitely is. I'll link it down below. But where I just kind of rock it back and forth, and I find that so quick, so easy. You're not pausing and waiting, and I just love that technique on my hair. And you can just like add to it where, yeah, maybe your own natural waves are kind of slightly a bit more flatter and a bit more lacking. So I love that technique. It's quick, it's easy, my hair's naturally wavy. So personally, I probably won't reach for this too much on my own hair, but do I think a lot of you guys will still really like it and enjoy it and want to purchase it? Yes, I definitely do, because even though I'm saying about this rocking back and forth technique, a lot of you say to me, you just want something just super easy, and it is easy to use because you literally just hold it on the hair. Just be super mindful that A, it is heavy. Obviously, as you could probably tell, I was a bit blown away by how heavy it is. It's super heavy in your hand, and definitely be cautious of just how big it is. Don't burn your neck as I did, and yeah, definitely don't put it anywhere near your face when you're doing these front bits. But I really hoped that helped you guys kind of weigh up if this tool's for you, if it's worth purchasing for you. I hope you enjoyed the result, because I do enjoy the result, and yeah, my waves are looking super nice like this. If you like this video or learned anything new, I'd really appreciate if you could give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe, because I bring you videos like this every single week. And if you do subscribe, I'll be seeing you next week for another video.